As a strength and conditioning coach, I see the same mistakes over and over and over again. So I'm going to tell you them as if you don't already know them, because you know better, but yet somehow people need to tell you. The biggest mistake that you're making, this is number one, above all the other things, actually. You can bet I'm going to say sleep, right? No. You're not eating enough. I have heard so many people point this out. It's not just me. Ashley Jones, Vern Gambetta, Nick Gill, everyone says the same thing. I've heard Joe Ken say it, Tom Mislinski. You name the sport and name the coach, and everyone will point out to you how often you see athletes who just aren't eating enough. For God's sake, people, this is the easiest part. The majority of Americans are overweight, and yet you're an athlete and you don't eat enough. I don't even know what to say sometimes, but it's like I try to make things as simple as possible. And so I'll point something out to you. People think I'm insanely disciplined. I assure you that I'm not. In fact, actually, I probably have like some level of ADHD and some type of, I don't know, squirrel. How do I stick to my diet? Everyone sees this, though. The last time I had a cheat meal was when my father was in hospice care, and I don't even call it a cheat meal. The last time I ate something off of my usual diet, I had a sandwich with my father. Because it doesn't matter what you're eating. It doesn't matter what's on the table. It matters who's at the table. So anyways, that was years ago. So ever since then, that'd be like January 2021, since then I've been on track. I haven't had a single deviation. And in fact, actually, when I mean that, I also mean I don't skip meals. I haven't missed a meal either. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because I like what I eat. I like meat. I like vegetables. I like fruits. I like what I eat. I like Greek yogurt with fruit. Greek yogurt with blueberries and bananas mixed into it. Very, very tasty. I like what I eat, therefore it's really easy for me to eat it. It's easy for me to stick to it. So you want to stick to a diet, make it a diet that's built around foods you actually like to eat. Don't remove the stuff that you like eating and force yourself to eat shit you hate, because then it's not going to stick together. Anyways, the point being here, though, you're not eating enough. And like this is like something that's well documented. It's called REDS, relative energy deficiency in sport. You need 45 kcal per kg of body weight. So like if you weigh 100 kilos, it means you need 4,500 calories. Why aren't you eating enough? This is the easiest part. That is the biggest mistake that guys make. And I will tack on to this. If it isn't just eating enough, what is the wrong with not eating enough protein? Guys tell me they can't get in enough protein. Are you kidding me? That's the easiest part. Like, seriously, just have some egg whites or eggs with breakfast. Have some chicken for lunch and have some beef for dinner. And right there, that's probably at least 150 grams of protein. And then on top of that, a lot of you guys use stuff like whey protein. Like, tell me honestly, you can only handle 1 scoop. Just put 2 scoops in. You won't notice the difference. Put a little less water in. It'll be thicker. Chew your shakes. This stuff is so easy. Some Greek yogurt, like cottage cheese. There are so many options out there. And then now you guys have all these different protein bars, like Quest bars and stuff that actually taste good. It is not hard. Beef jerky, biltong, Strive biltong. You can go buy it at Walmart. Like, that stuff's fucking delicious. So, like, getting enough protein should be the easiest part of this whole thing. What's harder is trying to control your carb to fat ratio. Like, that's actually difficult. But in terms of getting enough protein, that should be the easiest part for you guys. So, eat enough. Number 1. Number 2, Eat enough protein and space your protein out across the day. I'm so tired of guys doing this IF 16-18 or something crap thing, 16-8 or 18 and 6 or whatever. There's like these two different things of intermittent fasting. OMAD has gotten popular too. Why? Why? Do you think it's improving your performance? If you're doing it because you work so many hours and you're a CEO, I totally understand. I would rather have one meal a day than have no meals a day. But for the rest of you, why are you doing it? Okay. The third thing that comes in here, yes, sleep. Sleep. Sleep matters. But I'm going to say something different than what you think. I think sleep quality matters more than sleep quantity. And so what I really mean by this is not that you need to sleep more hours. You don't need to go to bed at 8 p.m. and get up at 8 a.m. What I do think you need to do is make sure you go to bed at the exact same time every night and get up at the same time every day. So if that means going to bed at 10 p.m. every night and getting up at 6 a.m. every day, that's fine. Do it on the weekends too. Do not deviate. Keep it the same all the time. Keep a schedule. But you know what? Maybe you can't get to bed by 10. Maybe you got kids. So you're putting the kids to bed. Okay, so you go to bed at 11 and get up at 6. Oh no, that's an hour lost. Yes. But you know, if you're really consistent about it, when you lay down in bed instead of laying there for 20 minutes, you're just going to hit the pillow and fall asleep. So I think sleep quality really matters. This is just like what I tell people, have a fan in your room to circulate the CO2. And for a lot of you, this is a big one, you probably have sleep apnea. A lot of us have big, thick necks. Well, you probably have sleep apnea. Get a sleep study done. Get a CPAP or a BiPAP, maybe even an ASV. Get your sleep under control. So keep the room cool, black out curtains, keep a fan in the room to circulate the CO2, go to bed at the exact same time every night, get up at the exact same time every day, even on weekends. That is simply the most important thing. That is more important than you getting 10 hours instead of 9 hours. Sleep matters, the quality matters. Okay, so now we've got calories, we've got protein, and we've got sleep. And the last thing I have for you, that's another big mistake that people make, is you're lifting too heavy too often and doing too much. So what does this tell you? You should follow a smart program. I don't have anything more to say than that. Follow a good program. The last one on this, okay, is program hopping or program stopping, I'll call it. A lot of you get really motivated and you do something for a few weeks and then you stop. Now, you maybe switch to a different program or maybe just stop altogether. But it's like you want to change things all the time. And coaches fuel this. So I blame coaches too, because there's lots of times where I'm tempted to change the program. I have someone doing something, and I'm like, I feel like I should change the program because I don't want them to get bored. But it's working. What do I do? I keep the program the same. Yeah, it's really fucking boring. It is. You're doing the same movements over and over again. You've been doing front squats for a year. But it's working, and you're making progress. So I don't change the program. Even though I know that I'm taking a risk, I take that risk. I know you might get bored with this. I hope that you'll speak up and say something if you do. But otherwise, don't change things that are working. You know, it's like Dan John makes that joke, it works so good I stopped doing it. Yeah, don't do that. If you're still making progress, don't make changes. Whenever your front squat finally does stall and you haven't improved it in like 2 months, go ahead and switch to back squat. But like until that stalls, like don't change it. And if you've been doing sets of, 3 to 5 and it's working, stick with sets of 3 to 5. When it stops working, go ahead and make it, sets of 5 to 8 or 8 to 12 or whatever. Change it. But don't change it until it stops working. Changing too soon is screwing you because you keep changing things and it doesn't. The whole goal is for your body to adapt to a stimulus. We want to adapt, which means I want to get stronger in that 5 rep range. And once I max that out, I can't get any stronger in that 5 rep range. Now I'm going to try to get stronger in the 3 rep range. That's when you change the stimulus. As long as your body is continuing to adapt and you're getting stronger in that rep range, keep it the same. So there you guys have it. Those are the biggest mistakes that I see. And I see those mistakes over and over and over again.